Not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and digital insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
We strive to help people get into home ownership. That is the American dream. Having something that you can go home at night and say, this is mine, is very important. The great thing about Remington Homes is affordability.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. We give you a lot of choices, and you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Make bill paying a breeze with Text to Pay. LES texts you 1 week before your bill's due date. Just reply to the text to pay. It's that easy. Log into your account at les.com to sign up today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with light winds. It'll be hot with an afternoon high around 95. Tonight, clear skies and light winds with a low around 67. Tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with a high again near 95. I'm meteorologist Al Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This July, Acres is celebrating the birth of our nation. The fireworks include the opportunity to save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer July 31st, 2025. Some approved financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe. Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome to this magnificent Monday. The sun is shining. It's a new week. Same AD and Nick and Raph joining Sue. Nicholas, swim one-lane seiner. Nick, what's your middle name?
We do not need to share
Nick,
this.
come on. I'll tell you mine. Mine's Christopher.
I didn't need to know your middle name.
Is it Benjamin?
It is not. It starts with an A. It is
Alan?
Alan. You did. Yes, you did.
That's kind of cool.
I feel like I've told you though before.
No, you have not. You have not. You have not. I put that on everything, man.
Well, I appreciate that.
So Nicholas Allen Sainer.
That is my name.
So when you were in trouble, was it Nicholas Allen?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you still hear that quite a bit.
Or it was no. Or it was just Nicholas.
Nicholas?
Yeah.
Nicholas?
Yep.
Get in here.
Full name, you got issues.
Yeah, if they say your
you
full
know you're
name,
in trouble.
The spatula's coming, a backhand, something of that nature.
I was gonna say it was never a utensil. It was just the hand.
The hand.
It was never a utensil. I heard stories about my parents. Obviously like the belts and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It was never utensils.
Text line, let us know if you've been whooped with a kitchen tool.
yeah. What was the least favorite kitchen tool that you ever got spanked with?
Text line, let us know here in 10. Let us know on 93.7 Drive. Have you ever been whipped or disciplined with a kitchen utensil?
Yeah.
Perhaps a parent's slipper.
Oh, shoes.
Yes, shoes at times. There was a slipper one time. My mom would not mess around if we, there was a slipper perhaps.
I'll say this. I always was threatened with the bar of soap. Like to
wash your mouth.
Yeah,
out?
to wash your mouth
so
out.
You were swearing quite a bit.
I wasn't.
What was the soap for,
I'll never forget the first time I ever said a cuss word. Well, actually, so this is funny if any of my family members are listening. Probably not though. I slammed my head in my toy box.
Uh-oh.
Like the lid that you lifted your toy box
came down on your head?
and it came up and I said, "Damn!"
Uh-oh.
And I yelled that from the basement and I just heard Nicholas. And I thought, oh no. And it's like you gotta walk up the stairs. You just know they're waiting for you.
And the bar, the bar of Dial soap was waiting for you.
Well, see, here that's what I was gonna say. Is I was always threatened with it. I never actually had to taste it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can honestly. I'd never swore in front of my parents. That wasn't even never even entered my mind. Because if I did, me and you probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
No.
Because I heard the old, I brought you in this world.
I could take you out.
Take you out.
Yep, 100%.
Yep, that was the old saying. Nick, we got a full show today. We're going to discuss, obviously, Sue makes his announcement of retirement in the NFL. We'll discuss that at 10 o'clock when Raph joins us. The MLB draft, day 2 will take place today.
Yeah.
With that as well. We've got some NFL action. If you're a Bears fan, you definitely want to stick around for the 10:30 hour because some updates regarding that. And a former NFL player has found himself in a predicament as a high school coach now. We'll discuss that as well. Nick, you played golf this weekend.
I did. So did you.
I did. I want to hear yours first, though, because you went to one of our favorite courses. Now, one of our other favorite courses, I'm not going to mention the name. I love the place. But they up. I paid, and I realized I didn't even pay attention until I got in the car. And I was like, wait a minute, did I just pay X amount for this?
Oh, you did.
Because it went up like $20.
You did. And I always. So we went out to Iron Horse, my buddies and I. We went out to Iron Horse this weekend, Sunday, and I shot. I mean, I was all over the place. It was a fine score. I shot a 90. It was
not bad at Iron Horse.
It was a fine score, but I did not play well at all. Like it was one of those rounds, AD, where I think I had. So I started +7. I was 7 over through the first 5 holes.
Oh wow!
I mean, I was.
You were +7. Through
I was
5.
+7 through 5. I ended up parring the last 4 holes of the front 9. And so I ended the front 9 with a 42. And I was
salty.
I was not playing well. I don't think I got any score other than a double bogey on the back 9 until hole. It would have been hole 15. So I went 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 10 through 14. I double bogeyed. I mean, it was a round for. I mean, I just could not keep it. Now, granted there are a couple things wrong with my clubs that I got to get fixed.
What?
So on my irons, I've done a bad job of taking my clubs indoors and keeping them in like a controlled temperature environment. And so the fluctuating temperatures in my vehicle with my clubs in the back of my car has caused the epoxy to wear away. And so the club head is coming away from the shaft.
Like literally coming away.
Yeah. So it's starting to pull apart. So I got to run into somewhere and get that taken care of some point this week because I go to Canada in a couple of weeks to golf.
Right. Absolutely.
And so I got to have those fixed because I swung my 4-iron. You know how valuable my 4-iron is to me?
that is your go-to.
And my club head did a full 360 spin when it hit the ball. So I thought, okay, I can't use this. So I was without a 4-iron, a 7-iron, and a 5-iron yesterday at Iron Horse. And so
That's trying to make a cake without a bowl and a mixer.
It was tough. But we had just hit the 6-iron consistently. So
who had the low score?
So my buddy Sean, he was 2 over on the front. He ended up kind of not falling apart in the back 9, but falling apart for his standards, and he shot an 80.
Okay.
My other buddy Trey, he had 4 He had 4 lip outs on the front 9.
Oh gosh.
And he would have been 2 under if he didn't lip out on all 4 of them. He was 2 over on the front, and then he finished off with like an 87. My buddy Mitch had a 91, and I had a 90.
Those are pretty tight.
It was all right.
Pretty tight.
It was okay.
You know, I went
Can't
out
complain.
Saturday morning. We had that 6:50 tee time at Highlands. It was me, DF, Freeoff from Renew, and my 2 sons, Aiden and Keenan. That was the first time the 3 of us would be able to play this year because those boys are literally like in a wedding or a bachelor party.
They're in that time of age.
They're in
the
that
time of life.
You know, time of life where they're gone. And we were playing cart versus cart, obviously using our own ball and everything like that. And we handicapped everything. Keenan's like a 4 handicap. So yeah. So me and Dave, I ended up shooting at 85, 44,
That's
41.
not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Especially at Highlands where it's always windy.
Yeah, you know what? It wasn't bad at all Saturday morning. Saturday morning was absolutely gorgeous out there. And I couldn't let go of hole number 7.
Okay.
The drivable par 4.
Yep.
I
know exactly where you're at.
And it's only like 240, something like that. So it's not like I hit it a long way. It just got lucky and got up.
Tell me you 3-putted.
Yes, I did.
Dang.
Why would you say?
I was just asking. I figured that's what happened.
I wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
And DF
even though you wouldn't let a par go.
What's that?
You wouldn't let the fact that you got a par go.
Not when you're there.
I know.
I had maybe a DF. If you're listening, text. If you're listening, it's probably about a 15-foot putt for Eagle, and drove that. Flew that past like a O Street traffic on game day.
Well, yeah.
The birdie putt, I missed that. And I was like, I cannot believe I just did that. So 44, but I had 2 birdies though. I birdied number 2. I was probably about 2 feet away from a hole in one on the number 11 on the par 3.
Dang.
So birdied that one, but Keenan shot like a 74.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Keenan shot 74. I think AD shot like a 91, 92. DF shot I think like a 90. But it was a good time, man.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about morning golf, we were literally done by 11.
Yeah, it was kind of bizarre. We always, I can't remember the last time that I've had a tee time after like 9:30 a.m. And we teed off at 12:20 yesterday. But
it was cooler though,
and
which
it was
good.
fine. Yeah, it was like the temperature and the weather was great, and the pace of play was great too. Because we were done by about 4:15 or so, so we were under 4 hours. But because that's I mean we know this. AD one of the things I love to say is if you're gonna play bad fast.
Yeah.
None of us are on the tour, so I shouldn't be sitting there lining up something for 30 minutes. So
no.
If you're gonna play bad fast.
Play bad fast.
So anyway, either way, it was a great weekend of weather. And it was just really nice to get out there. So it was interesting. So somebody on the text line said, Kip played Woodland on Thursday and Oak Hills on Friday. Shot a 78 at Woodland. Shot a 79 at Oak Hills on Friday. Kip, you're in a different golf score league than I am.
Yeah, that's that Keenan golf right there.
Or Jake Sorensen too a little bit.
Absolutely. I'm trying to pull up my here he goes.
But
it's pulling up here now. So Nick, what's your lowest score ever?
I shot an 80 at I've never broke 9 or I've never broke 80. I shot I think in like an 81. But it was just at like Holmes or Mahoney. I can't remember. It was one of those like super flat, super wide open courses. But I shot like an 81.
I've shot in the 70s 2 times, but it's been years ago. 79 at Wild Horse, which is not an easy track.
That's
but that's
crazy.
when I was going to the range. And we were going our Play the West group team. And so I was literally going to the range almost every other day over lunch for an hour and just hitting balls. Dude, I haven't seen a range since probably the Bush administration.
Yeah. I
don't go to the range.
That's so funny. Yeah. So my buddies went to the range. Because we have a group chat, and when they were like, they'll text somebody like, all right, we're going to the range in 30 minutes or whatever, and just let everybody know. I have not shown up in this summer really. But then I show up to to Iron Horse last night. I'm like, well, been about 3 weeks since I've played, so we'll see how this goes. And first tee shot down the fairway, I was like, all right, cool, we're here, we are. But then, then you expect, the consistency is just not there when you don't swing the club enough.
No. Well, speaking of golf too, I don't know if you watched. Well, you were actually golfing during this. The American Century
I saw
golf event at Lake Tahoe was cool to see that. Smoles, I forget his name, that won it, the hockey player that plays for the Sharks. He ended up winning. Steph Curry had a chance on 18, but he had to eagle it to be in contention.
Yeah.
First one he sprays left OB. Second shot from the tee box, he's hitting 3, sprays that one right, so it was out. But it was cool to see Charles Barkley eagle on Friday, I believe. His golf game has changed around quite a bit. And then obviously the Scottish Open was yesterday. Rory ended up coming in second with that. Clark as well, I think, was third or fourth. But this week is Open week.
It is. Rory is such a fascinating study right now. Because I mean, we've talked about it. The up and downs of how people view him and how he's portrayed is just. I mean, it'll give you whiplash. It's almost to the fact of people were kind of off on Rory. They weren't really paying attention. Then the live stuff happens, and people are like, "Wow, we need to really rally around Rory McIlroy." And then it was, let's cheer for him to win the Grand Slam. He finally wins it, and now he stops. Now a lot of this is by his own doing and his decision making. But he stops talking to the media. He kind of becomes a little not arrogant, but it just kind of like, I don't really want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be somebody that's regarded as one of the best golfers.
Right.
Like, there are certain responsibilities that come with being the best in your sport. And to allow the fans to make it feel like you are, I don't know how I want to say this, how you are approachable is part of it. And Rory right now is very, very unapproachable. And so it's caused a lot of people to kind of turn their feelings about Rory McIlroy. Instead of cheering for him to win, they're cheering for him to lose.
Do you think he's become, I want to say this. Sometimes I think the media has a sense of entitlement to some of these guys and gals, I think, at times.
Sure, but I'm more saying the fans, because golf can be an intimate sport.
Right. I think there's a sense of entitlement with the media comes with these guys like, well, you need to talk to us. And I get that because they have a job to do as well. On the flip side, in the fans and media's defense, when you're one of the best in the world, that's part of the territory.
Yeah.
That's, if you don't like the parade, the parade comes 100%. With don't go to the parade then. Don't win. I know that sounds crazy, but there's certain things that come with it. I give people human moments because we all have them.
Yeah.
I get that. But to your point, he's become somewhat unpredictable as far as like, how's he going to be after this? It's almost like walking on eggshells around him after a match, regardless if he does well or not. Yesterday afterwards, he was very welcoming though.
Yeah.
Stayed and talked, signed smoker. I've talked to people. So, he's just become somewhat unpredictable, kind of an eggshell.
It's a wild card. I think another thing is when you looked at, I mean, what really started this entire thing was when he he got into his car without talking to anybody and drove off after, was that the Open, or excuse me, the US Open 2 years ago where he would have drove off. And so, I mean, like that kind of like started and spurned this whole thing, but I didn't get mad about that. I mean, shoot, you have 3 2-foot putts. Statistically, you're one of the best short range putters in the game right now at that time, and you missed all 3 of them. And then Bryson's able to hit an incredible bunker shot from the fairway bunker to be able to stick it within 5 feet and drain a putt. Like, there was a lot of emotions there. So I give him a little bit of slack on that one, but we're talking about just normal tournaments that he, whether he's in contention or not, he just the demeanor and the way he's kind of operated has been rubbing some people the wrong way. And I get it. Like I once again, there are certain responsibilities, whether they like it or not, that come with being the best in your sport.
Yeah.
He is now regarded as one of the best in the sport currently because he has the Grand Slam. He's won the Grand Slam. And so whether it's LeBron in basketball, whether it's Rory or even Tiger or Bryson in golf, whatever it might be, like there are certain responsibilities that you just have to accept. And until you choose to accept them, then you're going to be more of an enemy than you are a friend.
Well, it's good to see Chris Goddard win yesterday at the Scottish Open, man. The young 25-year-old from Jersey. I was only his second year on tour, man. I was reading up on this. He was played at transfer from Rutgers to Oklahoma, won the Hawkins Award and the Jack Nicklaus Award as the top college golfer in the world. So it's cool to see someone, a young and up-and-comer, very young, because like I said, he's only been on tour for 2 years, to get that win yesterday in the Scottish Open. Nick, a few of these text messages, man, about Brian H. says, my dad used a rolled-up newspaper for that behind woman. So he got rolled up newspaper.
Would that provide enough juice?
If his dad had a lot of juice coming with the velocity.
Okay, cool. I was saying it's more about the person swinging the bat rather than the bat.
Unknown texter 0858 says wooden spoon till she broke it. Then it was a plastic spoon.
Dang, till she broke it? That's brutal.
Jesse from Milford says the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Unknown texter 8968. 8986, absolutely wooden spoon. Derek in the car, what's up with you, man? Yours is coming up here in a second. He goes, Mom was wooden spoon, Dad was the belt. Ouch.
Oh, see, that's the one that I'm thankful I never received. Was the belt.
Oh, dude, I had.
Especially in case you got the buckle.
My dad would hold it by the buckle.
Okay, that's good.
And sometimes they would double wrap, but he would. My mom had a switch as well. Everybody had a switch, and she would keep it on the stairs going up to the attic and would just lay there. And she called it the persuader. That was the name of the switch, the persuader, because she said it was going to persuade us to see things her way.
All right. She doesn't play.
Hey, Pete, yes. Pete Ferguson said Miss Ferguson would go pick your switch from the tree outside. Go pick your switch. So Pete, we'd have to do this. No, Nick, this is old school parenting right here.
Yeah.
We would have to go out to the bushes or to the, whatever you had out there, and you had to pick the switch. And if the switch was too small, like that ain't gonna work.
What do you mean by the switch?
So you would a bush out in your backyard.
Yeah.
Well, how long those branches?
Yes.
Those not branches, but those switches are. You would take one and take it off the bush, and that was what you were getting whooped with.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
These are the type of things that probably have CPS called on you today.
Nowadays, yeah. So you chose the weapon.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, you chose it. And it
that's another type of ruthless.
It would have been no flimsy one. But you know what? It would deter you from repeating that behavior. 6298, unknown texter says my parents' weapon of choice was the old orange Hot Wheels track. Yes, the racetracks. Yeah. Nick, so if you Google real fast, Hot Wheels racetracks.
I like the. I kind of have an idea.
Not the black ones, not the FX sets, but the Hot Wheels racetracks. Oh, unknown texter 6298. That was the only reason why I hated getting those for Christmas, because that was a whole new arsenal.
Dang.
A whole new cachet of weapons.
Yep, I know exactly what these are.
Yep, we use those.
You can get an 87 pack for $22 on Amazon.
Yes, and that was a lot of whoopings.
Yep, there you go.
Now, Nick, check this out.
You can get versatility, long lifespan.
If you're over 45 years old, maybe even 40, but 45 for sure, Nick, there used to be corporal punishment in elementary school.
Oh, I remember that.
They could
I
use
don't
paddles.
remember it, obviously, but I remember. I know.
Claire
about
McPhee, they had a paddle, and a lot of those old schools back then, they had paddles where they could, if you were in trouble at the principal's office, you'd get that tail whooped.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
It was just it was a different time.
I mean, can you imagine any of that nowadays?
No,
not a chance.
Chase B, I see. I'm not going to put it on blast, but that's definitely something you two want to discuss for sure, man, because that could be a point of contention for you and the missus right there.
Pete goes, it was not a weapon, but a device to support positive behavior. That's one way to put it, Pete.
Hey, Pete,
it did the job.
That's a great political correctness answer right there.
Yeah, thank you. I did not mean weapon. I just meant it was a device to support positive behavior.
You know, my kids, Naya, I could look at her. And she would just break down. She would just lose it.
Well, and then you would break down.
Yeah, she would just no. When it came to discipline my kids, I did not play. You weren't going to tell me no.
Okay.
You sure as heck weren't going to hit me.
Well, no.
That just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But I remember one time, I snatched up. The boys remind me of it. I don't remember this, but I guess Keenan said Aid had said something. I snatched him up and I had him up against the refrigerator by his neck. Because he had said,
no, you did not.
He had said something crazy or something like that. I don't even remember that. But the boys, I was very hard on them early. Well, and I mean, as far as discipline, you're not going to say no. You're not going to be hitting people back. I didn't do timeout in my house. What am I counting to 3 for?
Yeah.
I know how to count to 3.
That's great. Yeah,
so it was just like, no, I said to do it now. I'm not counting 1, 2, 3 and let you act the fool for 3 more seconds. I said right now, by 3, I would have snatched you up already.
Dang.
My parents didn't play to count to 3.
This is interesting.
So yeah, I'm not counting to 3. You got 5 seconds. No, you're going to do it now because I told you right now.
Yeah.
So it was just different, man. Different time, different era.
Very, very
better
different.
Times, as the guys on the early break would say.
Chase B does make a good point. Need AD's children to call in and spill the deets from their point of view, and this would make one of the funniest segments ever.
We'll have to do that, Chase B.
Oh, no way. How about this? Rubber Duck from LinkedIn says, my grandpa made a paddle and drilled holes in it so he could swing it faster. It's all about the aerodynamics. That is wild.
That's like the lifesaver.
That is evil. Yeah. Yeah. You can hear the wind swoosh through the holes in the ping pong paddle. That's brutal, man.
Oh, real fast. We'll get some mornings later. But
that's
Deb
incredible.
Beatrice, good morning, Deb. She goes, my parents had 6 of us. I'm with you, Deb. Same thing. I have 3 older siblings. So by the time they got us younger ones, I think they were just tired because we got away with a lot more than my older siblings. Deb, you know what, Deb? You were part of the second crew like I was. My oldest siblings, Miles, Emily, and Mark, they got it a lot worse than Michelle, Daniel, and me did. Because by the time it got to me, the youngest, they say I got away with murder compared to what they got away with. But, man, those were the good old days.
Good old days, yeah.
Those were the good old days. I tell you what, you didn't have, though. You didn't have some of the issues you have today with kids because of the way parents raised.
Oh, 100%. I agree.
They would put the fist. They put it down and let you know.
A lot of them was, you know what? I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, I had an experience with this. We were at breakfast. It was my dad's birthday on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out to breakfast, and there was a kid playing with like cars and Hot Wheels and things like that at the table next to us. And my family ended up starting talking about it. And we're like, yeah, you know what? We'd much rather see that than somebody on the iPad.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, even though like he was loud. It was
being creative,
not obnoxious, but it was like louder. And it was like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, let's have, you're chilling.
He's using his imagination and his playing with cars, man. I love that. I love that. Folks, when we come back, MLB. And you know what? There was a lot of youth chosen in yesterday's first round. So we'll discuss that. Also, a former Husker. Nick's got some news on a particular guy there that just recently got called up. Folks, we got a full loaded show for you on this beautiful Monday morning. It's The Drive, 937 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through July 6th, enjoy all-natural whole pork butt for $1.99 per pound. Lumberjack pellets for $3.99 when you buy $25 in meat. Buy 5, get 5 free on original brat patties and beef short ribs for $6.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmicrolloff.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Off, cleanup made simple.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Make bill paying a breeze with Text to Pay. LES texts you 1 week before your bill's due date. Just reply to the text to pay. It's that easy. Log into your account at les.com to sign up today.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppel Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppel. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option: Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we are back. Old Dad 34, good morning to you, my brother. He goes, the teachers back in the day, AD used rulers on us. I remember the rulers, you would hold out your hand.
No, they around the knuckle.
Get them hands.
Or is it on the hand?
All right, depending on where they hit you at, man. Sometimes
they had bad aim.
You just didn't know what was going to go down, man. So here's the best policy: just don't get in trouble.
There you go. Don't be an idiot.
All of this is a moat issue if you just do what you're supposed to do. There's aren't those issues that take place, but those days of discipline, man, things have changed. You know what, Nick, before I hop into this, so before I dive any more, I remember being at, the kids were probably maybe 5th, 6th grade, and I was little, but we're at a store and we're in line, and this kid was in a cart and just kept telling his mom, shut up.
Oh,
Shut
really?
up, shut up. Aiden King looked at me like, oh, Dad's about to snatch the lights out that kid.
Yeah, he doesn't even know him. Doesn't even know him, but we're about
the
to.
Mom, you know what? I first of all, I'm never going to judge another parent, how a parent.
Yeah.
Because you know what? She was just sitting there. For all I know, she could have lost a loved one, had just been at her wits' end, could be. I have no, so I'm never going to judge how, but I just hearing it though, make my blood just cry. I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, I want to snatch him out of that cart so fast, but like, we're not going to do it like that. That's not,
Yeah, I think also, I mean, you never know somebody's situation.
You never know.
And then also, obviously, I've never been one, but I would have a pretty good guess that parenting's pretty difficult.
It's not easy, brother.
So, yeah, it's just never really going.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Folks, this segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected rep since 1999. Can help protect your home, your vehicle, family, or even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. You know what? Jack almost had a hole-in-one this past weekend.
No way.
He almost had a hole-in-one, man.
Dang.
You know, at the same hole, a buddy of mine, Andrew Loudon,
is
an attorney here in town, had a par. It was at, I forget what hole it was. I'm not sure. Raph, you're listening, shoot me a text. I'm not sure if it was, is it 16 no, it can't be 16 at Hillcrest. It's the one that par 3. I don't know.
Is that 17?
No, because 17
is a par 4.
And 16 is actually a par 3.
16's a par 3.
So it might have been 16. It was either 16 or was a hole 8. That par 3 that sits on the curve.
Oh, yeah.
But shout out to Andrew Loud, man. He got a hole in one on that hole out there and did his dang thing, man. So shout out to Andrew.
AD, do you ever think we'll have one?
I thought I had one Saturday morning.
Okay.
On hole 11. No, it had been 12. The par 3 at the Highlands. Even the ambassador, he goes, man, great shot. I thought it was going in. I said, I really didn't, but it wasn't that far from just rolling right in there, man.
I mean, because
have you been close?
There was one earlier this year that I was very close on. I think I was maybe 1.5 feet away. My problem is, and the other amateur golfers out there will understand this. My problem is that I get a lot of rollout with my shots, and so I'd almost have to like land it, 3 feet short or so.
Let it roll up there.
I mean, so far, my best shot was I hit one from 190. I think it was 191 yards, and I hold out.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago, right?
That was earlier this year.
Yeah.
I hold out for eagle on a 191 yard shot. So I mean that part was fun.
That is very impressive.
But I mean the hole in one I have not gotten.
Well, think about when me, you, and DF, those guys went to CCO.
I forgot that round. I don't want to think about that round.
But hole 17 though, with that dude, Bobby, forget his name, had the albatross. Remember that?
That's right.
How far away that hole is at CCO.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking like, this dude did that in 2. I mean, boom, boom, done. So it makes it crazy.
Yeah. I think also, I mean, we make these jokes every week at Golf League of like, if I got a hole in one at Golf League, I'm just not telling anybody. We're going to a separate establishment, and that's where me and my buddies can enjoy it. I don't want to pay golf course prices, but either way,
that would be an expensive bill.
Yeah, very. Yeah,
that would be an expensive bill. Well, last night, folks, was the day 1 of the MLB draft, and Nick,
the
Washington Nationals kind of, I'm not saying shocked everybody, but they took a high school shortstop in Eli Willits, the number 1 pick, and the Los Angeles, they selected UC Santa Barbara right-hander Tyler Brimmer at number 2. Were you surprised, first of all, the Nationals chose a high schooler?
Well, I wasn't surprised because, so just as a recap, with Major League Baseball's draft, the way that a lot of teams, especially the teams that are maybe going through a rebuild, like the Nationals who just fired their head coach or their manager and their GM last week, they'll pick guys that are underneath their slot value so that way they can save money. Basically, each pick has a slot value assigned to it. And so, I mean, really, for that's what the Royals do every single year, it feels like, is they'll choose somebody that's maybe projected to go in the second round. They'll draft them in the first round so they can then pay under slot value and they're not maxing out all of their funds for the draft. And then that allows them to maybe be a little more creative with things later on in the draft of who they can maybe reach and go get, because they can then pay a little bit closer to the actual max slot value, things like that. Well, I wasn't surprised by that. I'll tell you this, though, AD. There were 18 shortstops selected in the first round last night.
18 shortstops.
18 shortstops. How about this, though, also? Corona High School in California had 3 draft picks in the first round. Can you imagine playing, number one, for that high school team and having 3 of your teammates be a first-round Major League Baseball draft pick out of high school? But then on top of that, imagine it's just a Wednesday night and you got to go play a game against 3 future major leaguers and you're over here 16 years old. I mean, like it's absurd to think about. Well, once again, the previous high for shortstops was 14 in a single round.
Wow.
That last night, 18 shortstops were taken in the first 32 picks there. There's a couple of extra picks. So 30 teams in Major League Baseball, they get a couple of extra picks. There's some compensated picks and things like that later on tacked on to the end of the first round. So, I mean, it was just crazy. 17-year-old shortstop, though, Eli Willits, taken first overall. So it's, 17 years old.
17 years old. What's his contract going to look like?
Well, so
I know it's different in baseball.
Yeah, so in baseball, it's going to be a lot. I mean, the signing bonus is really what gets you when you're a top pick like this. In Major League Baseball, I don't know what specific his signing bonus was. I know when Adley Rutschman was drafted a few years ago, his signing bonus for being the number 1 overall pick was like $8.25 million. The contract isn't going to look in anything crazy. I would imagine it's going to be 4 years, somewhere around the $3 million mark or so. But like I said, that's where the endorsements come into play, but then also the signing bonus. So, I mean, that's where I will say this, like, teams got to be careful now because we've entered into this world for baseball of like Paul Skeens and Jack Caglione and Chase Burns from Tennessee, to where guys have made these quick ascensions to the major leagues. That from this draft class, there's not really many guys that you can see and go, okay, this guy is just one step away. Like, a lot of them are developmental projects. Cade Anderson, who went 3rd overall, he's from LSU. Cade Anderson from LSU, who got drafted by the Seattle Mariners last night, 3rd overall. He might be your most MLB ready guy, but still, it's not going to be a guy that's up in the majors next year. So I think organizations, fans have become infatuated with trying to find like the next Paul Skeens or the next Adley Rutschman's a great example there as well, or Jack Caglione, who can make that quick ascension. But in reality, Major League Baseball, at the end of the day, there's still a lot of growing pains. And we're seeing that. And this is a good transition here to Bryce Matthews, who made his Major League debut over the weekend for the Houston Astros. And one of the big concerns going into it was his ability or lack thereof to hit the fastball.
Right.
He's had one of the biggest whiff rates in minor league baseball on fastballs. And then, unfortunately, he has to come out, and the first 2 pitchers that he sees are 2 guys that handle or can throw velocity really well. And Jack Leiter, who pitched at Vanderbilt, the son of Major League pitcher Al Leiter.
Oh, wow.
And then Jacob deGrom, who tops out at 103 consistently. And so it's unfortunate because Bryce Matthews 0 for 7, still searching for his first big league hit. But there's going to be some growing pains there.
Nick, let me ask you this, man. How do you? I mean, obviously the cage in practice, etc. For him to begin to hit a fastball with some consistency, is it more mental or is it more mechanics? Or a combination of both?
I think the layup answer is going to be a combination of both, because you see the statistics going against you in terms of your inability to hit the fastball.
And that can get in your head.
It sure can. And with baseball being such a mental game, it's incredibly difficult. I think here, let me pull up the actual statistiks here for Bryce, because here it is. So he has a 33% K rate, strikeout rate. Struck out 33% of the time in AAA. Did have a good walk percentage, though. 15% of his at-bats were walks. However, what Bryce does really well is he hits the ball out of the yard. He had over 30 home runs in the minor leagues in his 127 games. So there are things that he does really, really well. And in this day and age of Major League Baseball, to where home runs are king, and that's what drives listener viewership and things like that, guess what? If you can hit a home run every 2-3 games, every 4 games, teams will take a power hitter that strikes out a lot over than a contact guy. Like that's just what sells now. And so there's still hope. Like there's still expectation. He's the number one prospect in the Astros farm system for a reason. However, the strikeouts can become concerning if you can't make the adjustments. And because guys are really, really good in the majors and scouting reports are a thing.
It's still fairly early for him.
100%.
And like you said, Nick, he's the best in their system, their farm system. And not only that, they knew bringing him up that he would go through his growing pains.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they knew that. It's just like you guys like Leon down in with the Royals. They knew that when we bring those guys up, there'll be some growing pains with it.
There's also something to be said about when they called him up. They chose to call him up right before the All-Star break. Right before the All-Star break, he got to see some pitching in the first couple of games, have some time off, make some adjustments, understand maybe what he needs to do differently, or at least be able to start working that way. And then he's going to come back and hopefully he finds it. I think with Bryce, there's a lot of excitement around him, obviously, but once again, it was really the thing that tells the story with Bryce is the splits and the home away from, or excuse me, the statistics when he's at home versus the statistics when he's on the road. In Sugar Land, their home ballpark for the AAA Sugar Land Skeeters for the Houston Astros, he was hitting below 250 in all road games. He was hitting just under 350. We're talking about 100 percentage points better on the road. So there's just a lot of interesting statistics and things that you can point to and go, okay, there's going to be growing pains like there is with a lot of prospects. Hopefully he can start to catch up to the fastball. That strikeout rate goes down. And he has a good enough glove in the field, which he does at second base to keep him up there.
Folks, round 2 begins today. Of course, it's the All-Star game. That is
tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
MLB Home Run Derby.
They're in Georgia, Atlanta. I forget the name of that park. Truist Park.
Yep.
They're in Atlanta. So day 2 starts today. Before we go to break, Crowbait. Oh my goodness, brother. One summer I burnt our barn down. I didn't.
Was it on purpose?
He goes, I didn't get a whooping, but I did have to go live with my aunt and uncle for a while. That was probably for his safety, for his own safety.
100%.
Missed baseball that year. Rather would have taken the whooping and stayed and played that season. Jesse from Milford, I played in Friend and drove into the green from 422 yards. Still bogeyed the hole. Goodness gracious, Jesse.
Like a 390-yard drive?
He must have just bombed it. Was it downwind?
It had to be.
Regardless if it is, that's still long. But you know what? It's almost like when you bogey it, you still just like, I wish I never had done it in the first place, man. It's just a bad taste in your mouth.
Well,
I feel you.
The thing that I'm famous for is I'll birdie a hole and then I'll go back and double. I'll double the next hole and I'll go, well, it's like I essentially bogeyed both of them.
Yep. I'm a little bipolar on the golf course.
Yep.
It could be down. It could be all over the
I
place.
did throw a club yesterday.
That's okay.
I'll be honest. I threw. I had about an 89-yard shot over a big bunker. It would have been on hole number 13. So right after the par 5 with the valley, the big valley right before the green.
Par 3.
The next one's the par 3 by the outhouse. And then
you got that long par 5.
Yep. But so on number 13, I had about a shot from 89 yards out. I needed to hit it about 87, and I hit it about 85. Fell into the bunker. And that was still in the midst of my double bogey train, and I ended up chucking a club.
That's a tough one.
It happens.
It's okay. Folks, we got some mystery. Come back. It's the Tribe. 93.7 Ticket.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750, all through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Rolloffs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Off will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikeroll-off.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
This July, Acres is celebrating the birth of our nation. The fireworks include the opportunity to save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer July 31st, 2025. Substitute financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left at once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers. Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this beautiful Monday. Nick, I don't know if you noticed that across the street, a few of the buildings downtown. I don't get that, man. The people coming down here tagging and spray painting on buildings, really?
Yeah,
Nick, the place ain't even. There's one right there. There's another one down.
Open.
There's a billion cameras down here, and I'm hoping I could. Nick, look, I don't understand vandalism like that, man. I just don't get it.
Neither do I.
It just blows me away. I'm just like, why would you do something like that?
I'm confused. Like, what do you get out of it?
I don't know, bro. I seriously don't know what you get out of vandalizing somebody else's property. I just don't get it. And
Something that's not even open yet.
I just don't get it. I just don't get that at all, man. I don't know. That's just me. I don't get it. Just nuts. Just nuts. Anyway, if you catch somebody tagging something, just say, come on, man. Come on, man.
There you go. Just like Randy Moss.
Yeah, come on, man. Why do that? Well, in history, folks, in 1968, Hank Aaron hits number 500.
Henry.
Hank, what's that?
Henry. I was just Henry Hank. Yeah, you're right. You're good.
Yeah, I was going to say Henry. I was like, no, it's 500th home run off of San Francisco Giant Mike McCormick. And speaking of baseball again, 1974, Billy Martin said, no, one is not enough. He got ejected by the umpire from 2 games in one day during a doubleheader in Milwaukee. And you're out again.
Yeah. I didn't want to be here anyway. Should have showed up to the ballpark today. Shouldn't have shown up to the ballpark.
Nick, I wonder if that's happened since. If anyone has ever got ejected twice in one day for a doubleheader.
So okay, here's this. I know that I'm not sure if they've gotten ejected twice. However, I do know of a game. It actually happened in Stillwater, Oklahoma. It was an Oklahoma State college baseball game where the weather was so bad that both of the managers decided before the game, hey, we're going to get tossed because the conditions are so bad. We don't want our guys playing in this. And if both managers get tossed, then they have to call the game.
They just made a treaty.
So yeah, exactly. They're like, all right, I'll get tossed, you get tossed, handshake. So that's essentially what happened. Well, they gave the umpire an opportunity just to call it. They said, hey, look, the conditions for this are not good. The field's in bad shape.
It's terrible.
Yeah, like we should not be playing. And the umpire was like, I'm sorry, like we got to play this game. And so before, I mean, the dude threw the first pitch of the game, and both managers at the same time came out and just started jawing at the umpire. He tossed them both, and he's like, well, that's the game. And so they had to cancel the game and redo it the next day and stuff. So it was, I don't know if there's been a manager where he's been tossed twice on the same day, but there has been instances in college baseball to where both managers have been tossed, and they kind of made an agreement beforehand that, hey, we're both going to get tossed.
I'm going to check with Jeff Heinrichs on that to see if he's heard of anybody,
100%.
Another besides Billy Martin being tossed twice in a day. I mean, that's pretty impressive feat, if you would.
Yeah, there's got to be. I mean, you must have really woke up on the wrong side of the bed, man. How about this one? On this day, 37 years ago, here's a birthday, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor turns 37 years old today.
Gosh, it seemed like he's been around for 37 years.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like boxing, like, so it seems like he's like 60 something as long as he's been around. You know?
I'll never forget. I mean, we used to, there was a time where the MMA UFC stuff was really, really big in my life where I never participated, but we would get our whole entire dorm floor together
to watch a fight,
and we would be watching like the McGregor fight, like the one that lasted. Oh yeah, it was so cool.
And just walking like that.
Yeah, it was so cool. I mean, like I remember the one where it ended in like 15 or 30 seconds because he just knocked the dude out. I mean, it was crazy.
It's a bad boy.
Yeah,
folks. When we come back, announces his retirement. Very touching note, too, of how he did it. We're going to discuss that. Is he Hall of Fame? Is he the best to ever do it? Well, the way that he played, we know was relentless, but will some of the way he played, will it make others go, I don't know? We'll discuss it when we come back. Rafferty joins us at 10 o'clock. We'll be back.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppel Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppel. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
While folks love all of Hog Wild's award-winning barbecue options, many have a real soft spot for the Carolina pulled pork sandwich. Hog Wild serves their tender, slow-smoked pulled pork on a soft bun and piles it high with tangy coleslaw. There's nothing else on the menu like it. The added bonus? You get to have a side dish like curly fries or baked beans. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. Bill and Bennett, good morning, brother. He goes Billy Martin and Don Zimmer meltdowns and getting tossed out were priceless gems. They definitely were, man. Jesse let us know, Nick, that he did have a tailwind.
Okay.
He said he was so mad. Hey, Jesse, I feel
Hey.
you, bro.
Hey, bogey's better than a double bogey.
Yeah. And Hizzlebear, I don't know what Loudon's tab looked like in the clubhouse at Hillcrest, but I'm sure it was sweet.
I'm sure.
Because it was a tournament as well, I believe. So it wasn't like you were just out on a Wednesday afternoon and, just had a few people out. No, that was a tournament. So
Well, that's the expectation, is that you're going to spend a couple hundred probably during the tournament.
Well, he won 5 G's.
Oh, jeez, the
So he was good.
That's what I always wonder about. So there's like those hole-in-one contests. And with this, good morning, Chris. Raph, hello, Raffy.
Good morning.
There he is.
What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much. Just listening.
I think his $5,000 covered the bill, probably though.
100%. What I was going to say, though, is a lot of these tournaments, they'll have like, hey, you can win 10 grand if you get a hole-in-one on this hole and stuff. Do you get that instantly, or do you have to like wait for it? Because here's the deal, is like, just because I'm 10 grand richer doesn't mean I'm ready to go spend $8,000 at the clubhouse because I don't have that $10,000 yet. So, it's just one of those things where you wonder about those.
Raph in Nebraska City, Arbor Links, was that 3 years ago?
Yeah, weren't we leaving for Vegas right then and there?
And I think that one was, how much was that one?
25,000.
And he was probably, I know it was less than a foot, Raph.
Yeah.
It was less than a foot. The closest I've had to winning money, like big money, was at Hillcrest probably about 10 years ago. It was a putting contest. On hole 10, they have that green, the practice green to the right. It stopped right there. it was an event. Mike Smith, Todd Kelfie was with me, and the putt stopped right there. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
I played in this one at Crooked Creek. It was just there was no ties. Like, we didn't know the people or anything. We just wanted to play in a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my buddies actually made the putt, and I think all he won was like a sleeve of balls. It was real crappy. I'm going to be honest.
Golden Pro V1s, limited edition forever.
It was Strixons. Now, I don't got anything against Strixons, but it was just like, hey, we just made a 30-foot putt and we get a sleeve of Strixons.
The reward did not match the accomplishment.
Exactly. But
well, folks, Rafferty, Nick, love him, be confused about him. As Husker fans, he's always going to be in our hearts. Sue announced his retirement this past weekend, and the legacy he leaves behind is undeniable. When you think about it, and I'm just going to read briefly what is, a very touching post that he had. July 12th, 2024 was the hardest day of my life. It's the day I said goodbye to my father, the man who raised me, shaped me, challenged me, and believed in me before I believed in myself. He wasn't just a dad. He was my idol, my coach, my anchor. He taught me what it meant to be disciplined, focused, and relentless in everything I do. Every snap I took in football carried his fingerprint. Every time I lined up across from someone, I could hear his voice pushing me, reminding me that I wasn't just representing myself. I was representing him, my family, and my name. Before he passed, he gave me one final piece of advice. It's time to let football go. You've done everything you set out to do. Now it's time for the next chapter. That conversation stayed with me, Sue said. So today, 1 year later, I'm honoring that wish. I'm officially retiring from the NFL. 13 seasons, 5-time All-Pro, a Super Bowl ring, countless battles in the trenches. I left it all on the field, and now I'm stepping away with peace and gratitude. Because I've been preparing for this moment for years. Football was my passion, but was never my end game. My next season is about impact, purpose, and legacy, about helping others build wealth, lead with intention, and create lasting freedom. I've lived, I've learned, I've built, I've failed, I've succeeded, and now I want to share what I've learned, especially with athletes, entrepreneurs, and young people navigating life and money. That's why I created the No Free Lunch podcast. It's about real conversations, real strategy, real education, because freedom doesn't come from fame. It comes from knowledge and how you move. Raph, your initial thoughts on his retirement?
I guess the first thought for me was, is he a Hall of Famer? I guess that was the first thing that went through my head. I was like, where is he at that? Because I think you can make an argument from 2010 to 2020. He was probably one of the most dominant interior defensive lineman in the NFL for a 10-year period. So I was thinking to myself, I wonder if he's a Hall of Famer or not.
Nick, was Sue the final throwback of a more brutal, less polished NFL, in your opinion?
Ooh. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think so. I think Raf, to answer your question, I think he is a Hall of Famer. I think he's one of the most disruptive interior defensive linemen we've seen. Right up there with Aaron Donald. But then also, yeah, I think you make a great point. Now, he's had his share of less pretty moments.
$420,000 in fines over a career.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the one like the stomp on Aaron Rodgers stands out as one. Was it Aaron Rodgers or was it on the center? I can't remember which one. It was against the Packers. Obviously those will stand out. I just think like there should be a lot of pride for Husker fans.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a lot of pride because this is somebody that was one of the most dominant college football players of all time at a position that was not recognized nearly enough. And then for him to continue that, and I mean, I'll be honest, like not be a bust. There were high expectations coming out of college for Ndamukong Suh getting selected
Heisman Trophy finalist.
Yeah, second overall, and should have won the Heisman Trophy in 2009. But that's where I say that the position just isn't valued enough in comparison to the skill position. In that case, it was Mark Ingram as running back from Alabama. But I think that ultimately there should be a lot of pride for Husker fans because not only did he continue and have longevity in the NFL, he did it at a pretty high level for 10 years.
He did.
10 plus years.
Raf, Suh didn't pretend he didn't pretend football was pretty though. He played it because he understood it was a brutal sport. It was he embraced the violence of the game, and maybe the honesty that he played with. And obviously, we know the other stuff. That means there's not ignoring that. But let me ask you this: should we admire the player, and should his shortcomings supersede his accomplishments? In your opinion?
I think you have to admire the player there. I think one of the big things going back and watching tape on Ndamukong Suh, especially at Nebraska, is we always talk about, the Terrell Farleys, the DeMario Williamses, the Levante Davids, those playmakers on defense. This guy was playing interior defensive line. I mean, he is playing, on the guard, on the center, right in the the A gap is what they like to say. I mean, he's playing that position, and he's intercepting passes, he's scoring touchdowns, he's disrupting the game. I mean, it's crazy. Like if you ask me, like who are the two biggest disruptors on Nebraska and Nebraska football history on defense, I think it'd have to be like Terrell Farley and Ndamukong Suh, which that's unreal, being that he's playing, in the A gap of all places. Right. So it's incredible, especially the career that he had at Nebraska. And then when you go back and look at his NFL career, I mean, like I said earlier, those 10 years, I mean, I think he is a Hall of Famer. So he's just a great player.
Text line, let us know what your thoughts are on Suh. Is he a Hall of Famer? 402-464-5685. Again, that's 402-464-5685. Text in and let us know what's your thought on him being a Hall of Famer. Nick, he was Defensive Rookie of the Year. He was a 5-time Pro Bowler. He was 3 Super Bowl appearances with 3 different teams. He was the highest paid defensive player at the time that he was playing.
Yeah.
Do his shortcomings overshadow his accomplishments, in your opinion?
No, I don't think you can. No way. I think, I mean, what would be the shortcomings? The fines?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I think, like, that's what I'm saying. I know what you're saying. Mm-hmm. What I'm getting at is like the shortcomings are so minute when you compare it to everything else that he's done. Mm-hmm. I cannot get over, once again, guys, like I value longevity more than anything here. And to be able to do it at the clip that he did for 13 years. And we always know how it is, right? Like you're the shiny new toy on the block when you get drafted, especially in the position that he got drafted, 2nd overall. You're the shiny new toy. Cool. You get through one of your contracts, then what? Then are you valuable enough for another team to pick up, or what's the situation there? And a lot of those guys can be in limbo because guess what? Every single year there's a new shiny toy on the block. And so the ability to, once again, withstand for 13 years tells me a lot. But then also just his ability to still disrupt the game, even towards the back end of his career. We're talking about a guy that has 600 tackles. I was looking up his statistics. He has 600 tackles in his career. To put that into perspective, Aaron Donald, who had about a 10-year career, had 540. So I mean, we have to talk about these guys in the same breath as the best to ever do it in the last 20 years, because they statistically and just from the experience of just watching the game, you know how disruptive Ndamukong Suh was for football.
Raf, I'm going to say in the past 20 years, I'm going to take it back because you and I are older. I'm going to say in the past 30 years, Suh, Aaron Donald, Warren Sapp, Russell Maryland. Who were you taking as far as interior linemen?
In college or pro?
Pro.
Gosh, pro, I'd probably go Aaron Donald, and then college, I'd go Ndamukong Suh.
Who would you go with interior lineman, Nick, in the past, in your lifetime, the ones that stand out to you?
Well, this is so tough because we got to see what Ndamukong Suh was in college. I'm gonna say, if we're talking the first 5 years of Ndamukong Suh in the NFL, I'm actually gonna lean Suh. I think Suh there. I think whether you're Suh or Aaron Donald in the last 15, 20, it's interchangeable. You're thrilled with seeing either one of those. I think they're interchangeable. I'm trying to think of, and you guys might have a better idea, like in terms of in comparison to like Bruce Smith and like if we're talking best of the best, you guys have a better understanding of like where Suh ranks on that list. But I mean, like, those are the names. Like, is it wrong for us here to compare him to those guys?
Go ahead, Rafi.
Oh, maybe a little bit, just because of the positioning, because like Bruce Smith was on the outside, coming from the outside.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like interior lineman. Like Aaron Donald, Gerald McCoy, and Ndamukong Suh. I mean, those were like your three guys in the the 2010s that were their impact players. I mean, it was always Ndamukong Suh, McCoy at Tampa Bay, and then Aaron Donald came a little bit later. But those guys, to way they affected the game, playing that A gap, it's unreal. Just the impacts that they had on the game.
Raf, I know this might be a reach, but even the gravedigger, man, Gilbert for the Packers, number 93.
Yeah.
And obviously that's late 90s and early 2000s, but Gilbert was a bad man. And we can't forget about the late Tony Saragusa, for Baltimore. The Goose was caused havoc all day long, and it just, I think it's a position, but Raf and Nick, to your points, to play Raf, like you mentioned, the A gap, and to be, and you think about his rookie season, he's going against old, wily, strong, sophisticated offensive linemen.
You're
right.
right.
The game is so complex, and he still held his own.
Okay, so this is, once again, something that you guys might have a better understanding of. Interior defensive linemen, like, bring up Warren Sapp, okay?
Yep.
So if you put their NFL statistics side by side here, so played for the same amount of time, played for 13 years. Both of them have just one Super Bowl. Warren was voted to 2 more Pro Bowls, but Suh was all pro one time more than Warren Sapp was. Sapp has the Defensive Player of the Year award, but has 150 fewer tackles in his career than Ndamukong Suh does. So I mean, like, that is where I'm sitting here going, like, I don't think those comparisons are that far off, and it's like wrong of us to make those comparisons in terms of best interior defensive lineman. Maybe not the best, right? Because football's also changed in the way, the volume and things like that. But I just think that I don't think it's that far off to talk about him as top 5, top 10 of all time.
Yeah, and then you look at being that. Remember, he hasn't played in 2 years, even though he retired. His Hall of Fame clock started 2 years ago, since he hasn't played any downs. So it's a class where it'll be Tom Brady, JJ Watt. You hope possibly Suh can be maybe a first ballot Hall of Famer there. So that'd be a pretty cool Hall of Fame class.
I personally don't even think it's a question of whether he's in the Hall of Fame or not. I think it's ridiculous to think that he's not a Hall of Famer. In my humble opinion. Old Dad 34, good morning, goes Suh, Hall of Fame for sure. Cubsker, good morning, goes, if Suh doesn't make it first ballot, then I think that the NFL voters don't know ball, because to me personally, Sue, Gregory, and David were the last top 3 defensive players the Huskers have had in my lifetime, and I'm 26. So yeah, I see your point on the Cubsker.
That's so fascinating. I mean, we could switch this conversation into like think about the last. Lavonte David's going to be a Hall of Famer. Like we talk about the longevity,
and he's
there.
still underrated in my opinion.
He is absolutely. He has been his entire career. But like we talk about longevity, this guy's played his entire career for one organization, and like. Things like that don't happen.
No.
Now it's a matter of do the voters and do the powers that be, do they value that as much as like we do? And that's up for debate always.
Ref, Nick.
It is kind of gross to think about though, that like Nebraska's best defensive players of the last 20 years came 15 years ago.
Oh gosh, that's crazy.
The thing too with David is you got to keep his name on the forefront because you see how the Hall of Fame does people. You know, like Lavonte's been highly underrated his whole career, doesn't get a lot of publicity. It's one of those things that they're really going to have to keep his name on the forefront because you can easily be like, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, and then you're waiting 15 years later. And so I just hope that when that time comes, that the person that makes the case for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Hall of Fame, that he's able to make, that case and, and get it over to all the Hall of Fame voters because, man, those Hall of Fame voters, they scare me a lot.
There was a point in time, guys, where in 2011, we were saying, man, Nebraska's had a pretty good run these last 3 years of Randy Gregory, Lavonte David, and Ndamukong Suh. Or not Randy Gregory in that time, but it was Lavonte David and Ndamukong Suh, Prince Amukamara. And then here we are having the same conversation of, wow, 15 years ago, guys, they had some pretty good players. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. Hopefully they get back to it. There's some exciting pieces on this year's team.
Let me ask you guys this. Rav, Nick, would a rookie Sue be allowed to play the same way today?
No. I mean, you can. I mean, even looking back, what, 13 years ago? I mean, compare that to it's NFL's got soft. I mean, that's all it is.
Nick, would he have to tamper it down?
He would. Here's the thing: is Raph, you make a great point talking about the NFL and soft and things like that. We always talk about how the NFL is soft with defensive backs and wide receivers in coverage, with the whole roughing the passer thing. But also just like the play between the lines, we don't talk about how it's gotten real touchy. And so because it's not sexy to talk about. It's not the defensive pass interference. It's not your $50 million a year guy going down on the turf. Like it's just disgusting in there. But so yeah, I think you're right. He would have to tone it back a little bit. But that's a great point of like we don't think about how even in the trenches, it has gotten softer in just 12 years.
Well, just imagine, look back on that Missouri game when he threw Blaine Gabbert and he threw Colt McCoy. That would be in the NFL if those were the rules. I mean, he'd be being fined as $420,000 to be about $840,000.
Yeah, I mean, he was. You guys, let's talk about that Texas game real quick, man. Rav, Nick, had you ever seen an interior lineman control a game the way we saw that night in that bowl game? Conference game, if you would.
For me, one of the greatest interior lineman performances that I've ever seen. Unfortunately, we had the worst quarterbacking performance that I'd ever seen. So I guess it all balanced out at the end.
Hey man, don't come after Zach Lee like that. Anyway.
About disc golf, Jake.
No, I just think that was special. Like you could still turn on that game, even though Nebraska loses. And for the first 3.5 quarters or 3 quarters and that'd be 14 minutes and 55 seconds, you can feel pretty good about where Nebraska's at.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets you kind of goosebumps when you see that defense. I think one of my favorite things to do, guys, is just go back and watch highlights of that 2009 defense.
It was,
you just needed the offense to have a heartbeat, and it they could have been more than what they were.
Oh yeah, I mean, and Matt Hopp, thanks for sending this video. This is a great one. I've got this one. I think Raph, you got it too. The hits that are being displayed in this video, you might actually be arrested if you did that today.
Yeah. I mean, That's true. No, I think like he was so dominant, and it's as we go down kind of memory lane, I'm thinking back, my mind is wandering to just him destroying like Louisiana on a random Saturday in September in Memorial Stadium on a game that's on pay-per-view. Like it's just like we appreciated it a lot in the time, but now that like that era of football is also past, it's easier to appreciate it. Which then, to your point, Raph and AD guys, when we talk the Hall of Fame discussion, we have this conversation all the time about you gotta honor it right. I mean, right after. It cannot be a thing where you let it sit and marinate for 20 years.
Yeah,
there's no reason to. Why waste your time?
Let me ask you guys this quick, man. What other athletes you guys can think of in that had their reputations misunderstood like Sue? Who would you say?
Well, can I say this? I don't think Sue was I don't think he was misunderstood. I think he just didn't care. No. I think it was
this is who I am.
This is who I am, and good luck trying to beat me. The problem was that he was on the Detroit Lions of 2010. So I think like there's that's the other part of it. So I think, I mean, there was no, I don't know if he ever meant an apology. Like, you know, I don't know if there was ever that. I think he was just that intense, but I can't think of, I mean, obviously there's been intense football players, but I don't know. Like some of them are just nowadays there's nobody.
Who would you say, Raph?
Man, I'm struggling. When I hear one, I know it, but I just I keep on. Can I tell you guys my Ndamukong Suh story?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, after his senior year, he was eating at Noodles and Company across from Jake's there, and it was him and Paul Miles, and they were sitting up, and I walked up to Ndamukong Suh and I go, "Hey, can I get your autograph?" And Ndamukong goes to put his hand up, and I go, "No, Paul Miles. He had the 80-yard run against Kansas in '83." You talk about laughing. It was hilarious.
Did you end up getting both of them?
No, I didn't get any. I just said, "Have a good one, you guys. Take care." But yeah, we got a pretty good laugh out of that because Sue thought for sure I was asking him for his autograph, but I went to Paul Miles instead.
That's so funny. That's funny.
Raph, what you got for the RGT, brother?
All right, today's Raph's Good Take goes out to Deb White. We had Deb in as a guest. She wrote the Nebraska Spirit of Nebraska book. 3 gold medals in her first ever Cornhusker State games this weekend. She won, I believe, the javelin, the high jump, and the shot put. So congratulations to Deb. 3 gold medals in the Nebraska Cornhusker State games. And then be on the lookout for Nebraska on ESPN coming up. I believe it's 6 a.m. on, I think it's either tomorrow or Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that. So Deb, your Raph's Good Take.
I love it. I love it. You guys, I'm going to tell you my athlete. It didn't have to be football.
Okay.
Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Very I mean, he said, "This is who I am."
Yeah.
If you played with him, you loved he was on your team, like Sue, but you hated if you had to play against him. Dennis Rodman was that guy for me, Raph, in another sport. It would be Dennis.
So did he ever get married in New York City that time or not? I still am trying to figure that one out.
I have no idea what he was doing. Hey, Raph, he had the dress and all. That's why. Raph, love you, appreciate you, buddy. Folks, we'll be right back. We're going to discuss some more NFL action to the team that's just to the east of us. See what's going on with their GM. We'll be right back.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppel Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppel. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Boom, boom, boom. That beat just goes hard, man. I like that. That beat just goes nuts. So, you know what? Me and Dave, we did listen to a little bit of Quinn.
Yep. What? Quinn what?
I just XC11.
Yes. That's. I'm okay with it. It's 92. It's 92. It's Roman numerals for 92. We actually had Cubsker earlier this week, or earlier in the show. He texted in. I got to see if I can scroll back and find it.
There it is, man.
Okay. He said, I listened to Quinn this weekend. Let me say this. He's got a nice mellow vibe, and the guy is good. He will definitely make my rotation to weekly listens. Thank you, Cubsker. I appreciate that.
It's a great golf mix right there, too. It's laid back. It's cool. It's got a good flow to it and everything like that. I like
There
it,
you
man.
go.
I like Quinn.
I
like
appreciate
it.
that. Thank
As
you.
David said, it's kind of Imagine Dragons-esque.
Yeah.
A little bit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I
do
mean,
like that.
somewhat. A little
do
bit.
like
I would
that.
say a little more chill than Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, definitely more chill.
Yeah.
Definitely more mellow. I could see how that concert in Red Rocks listening to him would have just like absolutely been insane.
Oh, it was life-changing. No, the whole Red Rocks experience is life-changing. I mean, here's the deal. Red Rocks, if you haven't been there, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Go, because number one, the tickets are rather affordable because you're outdoors and you're taking risks with weather, so they take that into account. Make sure you wear your hiking shoes. I mean, because you got to
You'll be
hike.
hiking.
You got to hike, but it's a great time.
When you said life change, it reminded me of a good friend of mine who he saw U2 in concert.
Okay.
He goes, AD, it was a spiritual moment. I was like, word?
I mean, no, okay. Life changing might be a little dramatic, but
where the streets have no name. I mean, I can see that, but
I can tell you this right now. So the week of the Husker bye week on Sunday, Quinn is performing in Kansas City.
You're going.
And I'm going to Kansas City. So we're driving up Sunday morning. We'll drive back Sunday night.
Where's the concert at?
I have no idea. Some small venue. I don't know. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
You know what? Catch them on the way up because
yeah.
Soon, man, it'll be arenas.
Quinn
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
He also liked my Instagram story the other day. So no big deal.
Really?
There's no big deal.
Are you kind of Rav Elway-ish?
No, not that bad. I'm not going to get
I'm
married
just
on September 2nd. So 9/2. I'm not going to get married on that day. But
He said he liked my social media post.
Yeah, he did like my social media post. Hey, Raf, why are you getting married on July 7th? Well, Elway, 7, 2 + 5 is 7.
What was a week ago today?
It was.
Dude, that was
Happy week anniversary.
Happy week anniversary to you and Tracy, man. It was like I said, it was a beautiful wedding. Something like out of a movie, man, because everything was just beautiful. Well, I tell you what, the Bears are all in on polls. Here's my question.
Yeah.
He came in with a rebuild. You know, he's got the mandate. And he's getting nearly a decade-long runway with this, Nick. We know how those things can change pretty quick, though. He got an extension with 2 years left on his current deal, which is very rare, which you know, but that means ownership obviously believes in what he's doing. And if you're a Bears fan out there, Jeff Essink, if you're listening, is this your guy? Or is this premature to give somebody an extension this early in? So in March 2023, Poles flips the number 1 pick to Carolina in a blockbuster trade that netted Caleb Williams, okay? Rome Odunze as well as DJ Moore. And on paper, it looks like it was a powerful move.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
Did you see David's text from David from Renew?
No, I'm trying to read my script.
I'm trying not to distract you. I'm sorry.
I was wondering what was going
sorry.
on. I'm trying to be a professional.
It's on the text line. It's on the text line.
I'm trying to be a
But no, okay.
professional.
So while you read David's text,
I'm trying to be a professional.
I can tell. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that Ryan Poles it gets an extra couple of years, but here's the thing: is he's now directly tied the same exact contract length as head coach Ben Johnson, and so that's why I was laughing. He gets the same length as Ben Johnson, the new Chicago Bears head coach. So you're right though, like, and not to say that down the road they can't make a decision and say, okay, yeah, you know what, you're not doing the job up to what we expect. But I mean, this is a guy that they've won. I think it's been 16 games under his watch.
They are 15 and 36.
Okay, 15. Thank you. 15 and 36. I mean,
that's bottom tier, bro.
15 and 36 gets you a 3-year extension.
But Nick, okay, let me ask you this: hasn't that been the problem with the Bears the past decade? Subpar coaches, subpar performance. I wouldn't even say subpar, below average and almost abysmal at times.
Now,
I don't understand this move. I'm not saying he doesn't finish out his contract.
Yeah, just keep him out.
But
Keep
why
him.
would you give him an extension
100%.
with 15 and 36?
And it's not like the Kansas City Chiefs or somebody else is knocking down the door being like, man, we really want Ryan Poles as our GM. Hey, Ryan, look, I know you're cushy with the Chicago Bears, but come be the GM of a team that's won 6 Super Bowls. I mean, like, I just don't see that. I agree with you. Like, you could have given it another year, and it's a different feel if year one of Ben Johnson, things are looking up, right? We don't know how Ben Johnson's going to be as a head coach.
No, we don't. It is very premature. And Nick, let me ask you this. You got 6 projected starters you added in free agency, especially focused on the offensive line, which we know that
Very
was the
much
bugaboo
so.
for Justin Fields. That's why he was running for his life at the time.
There was a lot of issues with Justin Fields. I will stand
Offensive
by this.
coordinator included.
Yeah, I will stand by this until I'm blue in the face. That,
Careful what you say about Justin.
No, I'm saying that Justin Fields was dealt a really crappy hand.
I totally agree.
The way that Chicago's organization has surrounded Caleb Williams with talent is, if I'm Justin Fields, I'm not mad because it's in the past, but I'm looking back with kind of my tongue in cheek going, all right, that's pretty ridiculous, because you look at what they got. Hey, Justin, we got you this brand new shiny running back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, coach. Who is he? Khalil Herbert. Like that's what we're going with. Like that's what we were doing.
He's like, you're joking, right, Coach?
Yeah. Who?
Who's the real guy? No,
Yeah,
be honest.
yeah.
Stop
Okay,
playing.
yeah, no. But then here you go. You know, Caleb Williams comes to town, and it's you trade the farm for DJ Moore. You are able to bring in DeAndre Swift. You're ready and willing and accepting to boost up the offensive line. I like it is you number one. I mean, also on top of that, you get an offensive minded head coach. Like that was a specific piece of it. Was like, we have Caleb Williams. You need to get an offensive minded head coach. So they go out and get one of the best offensive coordinators from the cycle last year from the Detroit Lions and Ben Johnson. So like, if I'm Justin Fields, I'm looking back going, all right, now, okay. It's clear what you did for what you're doing for Caleb Williams is not the same as how you treated and what you did for me.
Nick, would you say this ranks up as one of the most strategic off seasons for the Bears in a number of years?
It's felt productive. Like it's honestly felt productive. And on top of all that, you draft Rome Odunze. But so like, yeah, absolutely. It feels like the Bears could actually contend for not the first spot, because the Detroit Lions will have that. But like a wild card spot. It feels like it all rests on the shoulders of their franchise quarterback. All the pieces are there. Now, if you're who's the old Big Ten commissioner, Kevin Warren. Kevin Warren.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there as the president of the Chicago Bears, and you're sitting there as the ownership group, and you're saying, all right, yeah, you know what? After 2 years of it not working again, we didn't give him the resources necessary. No, you use draft picks on skill positions.
Yeah.
You traded for offensive lineman, and you traded for DJ Moore. You also surrounded him with a really good running back in DeAndre Swift, who the Detroit Lions kind of just said, hey, look, you know what? We'll go ahead and move on from DeAndre Swift because we took Jahmyr Gibbs with our 12th overall pick in the draft. So, I mean, ultimately, when it's all said and done, like the pieces are there. Now you got to win. Like at some point, it's got to be results driven, because results did not get Ryan Poles this contract.
Exactly. 15 and 36 is not going to get you that. Because Nick, I'm glad you mentioned that you better win, because think about this. A little background on the Bears. No playoff win since 2010. They have not won a playoff game in 15 years, Nick.
Yeah.
15 years. No Super Bowl appearance since 2006, and not a ring since the Super Bowl shuffle in 1985 with the late Walter Payton and Jim McMahon as the quarterback. And so you look at this right here. Now, Poles, here's another reason why it's a lot of pressure on him. Caleb Williams, his quarterback, his receiver coach, his offensive line.
Yeah.
There's no excuses for them
100%.
not succeeding this year. And let me ask you this, and I want the listeners to let us know too, even as we go to break here shortly.
Yep.
What's the minimum the minimum number of games that Chicago has to win for this season not to be a bust? Similar question we had with McGuire and Texas Tech on Friday and Thursday. But when you load up, you have a GM who loaded up. He's 15-36.
Yeah.
You have his coach, his quarterback, his running back, his offensive line, etc. What's the minimum number of losses they have to have this year? I want you to think about that, Nick. What's yours?
Like the
what do they? How many games do they have to win?
I would say there you go. Yeah.
How many games do they have to win this year?
In year one of a head coach, 8. Like if you're out there and you're 8 and 9 or 8 and 10, whatever it is, like yeah, I think you're okay.
I think he has to go 500 or better.
Okay, so I just got this from Mike Ostick, who is a diehard Bears fan. He says, as a diehard Bears fan, we need them to be a playoff team minimum. There you go,
Mikey. I tell you what, I'm going to repeat that to you. Poles has his quarterback.
He said if there's no playoffs, you need to fire Poles. You're going to owe him a lot more than what you needed to.
And you know what, Nick? But that's why I don't understand what he had 2 years left on this deal.
Yeah,
I don't know what about 15-36 says to me in front office. Kevin Warren. Yeah, let's extend him until 2029.
Yeah,
I have no idea the thinking behind that, man.
We're going to take a hard right turn here. So a little bit of breaking news. This is on the we talked baseball earlier in the show, and we're going to revisit it here because a Husker has had his name called. Nebraska starting pitcher Mason McConaughey has been taken in the 4th round, 115th overall.
Good for him.
By the Texas Rangers. Mason McConaughey there. I will go out on a limb. Here's my limb. I'm going out on it. He will probably be foregoing his rest of his college career. I mean, so there's a lot of wild cards with pitchers and arms in baseball. Obviously, he could come back to college and could blow out a UCL or have Tommy John, whatever the issue may be. So those types of decisions are having to be made here by a couple of guys that suit up in Nebraska uniforms. And to turn down a 4th round selection to come back to college for one more year would be an interesting choice. And so I would imagine that Mason McConaughey will be a Texas Ranger. And that means that if my prediction's correct, that I would imagine Nebraska will be without who was their Friday night guy, their ace this year, who got injured on his own earlier this year as well and was out for a good chunk of the year.
Safe to say he's gone.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Mason McConaughey or anything like that, but just understanding the way that this works, the slot value for that selection is about $660,000. And I don't think there's NIL money like that in the Big Ten for baseball. And so it's, if we want to play the money game, there'd be financially, it'd make no sense. Plus, like I said, you get banged up again next year and that 4th round pick, you go down to a 10th round pick, and number one, it becomes a lot harder. Number two is you're leaving a lot of money on the table just to come back to college for a year. So I would imagine that. I mean, shout out to Mason, who really burst onto the scene 2 years ago ahead of the regional in Stillwater. Had a really nice year for the Huskers there. There was a lot of excitement about Mason going into this season, trying to be your Friday night guy, replacing Brett Sears, who, by the way, Brett Sears just got called up to the AAA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves over the weekend. And so he's making his move up the minor league system. But ultimately, yeah, Mason McConaughey drafted 4th round, 115th overall by the Texas Rangers just about 2 minutes ago. So congrats to Mason.
To Mason and his family, absolutely. Folks, when we come back, we got the AD attitude adjustment, the last segment. We'll be right back. It's The Drive.
While folks love all of Hog Wild's award-winning barbecue options, many have a real soft spot for the Carolina pulled pork sandwich. Hog Wild serves their tender, slow-smoked pulled pork on a soft bun and piles it high with tangy coleslaw. There's nothing else on the menu like it. The added bonus? You get to have a side dish like curly fries or baked beans. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers. Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Lights out? Let LES know where to go. Powerline matches your phone number to your service address so LES can respond to outages faster. Keep your information up to date at les.com/powerline.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back, folks. Last quick segment Appreciate all the drivers that rode with us this morning. We love our ride or dies. You always ride and die with me. Appreciate that. Nick, it's been a great show, fast show.
It sure has. Mondays.
Yes, indeed. My good neighbor, DD Dan Dixon. Love you, brother. He goes, love my Bears, but a playoff win at least or fire them.
Okay, so now that's consistent.
Caleb will probably then end up with your Steelers like every other defunct Bears QB.
Mike Tomlin's going there. Chicago, can I please have more hand-me-downs, please?
I'm only going to give for one quarterback.
Yeah.
Dixon, I think you sing the same line and have the same sentiments that a lot of other Bears fans have. I know John Goodwin, my childhood buddy, executive director over at the Malone Community Center, Chicago native, Chicago diehard. He has been tired of the misery in Chicago as well. So I'd be curious, man, of just, I personally, Nick, I think it's got to be playoffs, man.
Here's this. Okay, so Mike, shout out to Mike. Obviously, also part owner of Liquid Assets over there on 27th Yankee Hill. Make sure you go check him out. He goes, now you guys got me all fired up. I get how Jake feels now with the damn Dolphins. I am going to be sitting here in February watching Aaron Rodgers lead the Steelers to the Super Bowl against the Packers and have to hate football.
Oh, Mikey, I appreciate you, brother, but I got to see it to believe it before I see anything with Aaron Rodgers. Okay, at the American Century event, somebody caught this on social media where this, Aaron Rodgers was walking down the fairway along the ropes, and some kid yelled out to him. And it's on video. I listened to it. He goes, "You almost hit me," and Aaron just says, "Almost doesn't count."
Yeah. Kick rocks, kid.
And he kept walking like it was no big deal.
Kick rocks.
Basically what he said. He says, "Almost doesn't count, kid."
What do you want from me?
Yeah, what do you want? So, Mike, I'm not sure.
That's incredible.
If that plays in, but we shall see what goes down, man. Folks, your AD attitude adjustment is this. Again, you can always follow me and Nick and Raph as well on X. That scrolls across at the bottom of the show. You can see those. But here's what I posted this morning. We get one life, just one. Have an attitude to live with urgency, not excuses. Folks, I think about all the excuses that I've made in my 51 years. And Nick, I was going back over just some records and things of that nature business-wise. And I was really pissed at myself last night.
Okay.
Because there's some things that I should have gotten started on that I haven't yet. I know we can't do it all, but we got to be our own worst critic at times and hold ourselves accountable on some things. There's some things I'm like, I'm tired of waiting. It's go time. There is no perfect time.
Yeah.
There's no perfect time. Every moment wasted is purpose delayed. Every moment wasted is purpose delayed, folks. Yeah, Eric, you're right. Just like Aaron Rodgers has almost won a few more Super Bowls. You were spot on, my brother. Crowbait, real quick before we go. Good morning, brother. He goes, Bears fans getting hyped over Caleb Williams. It's like the Cowboys fans getting hyped over the Cowboys.
It's another year. This is our year.
They're not that bad yet, though, Crowbait. Cowboys fans are a whole different universe.
Jerry Jones will save the world.
Yeah. Folks, thanks for riding with us this morning. As we always say, just be nice. It's been nice to ride with you tomorrow as well. Talk to you.